cute card I got. I'm gonna put it outside. It's like kind of shiny. I got this off Etsy. It's so beautiful. And then on the inside, it says, thank you for raising the man of my dreams. And then I just wrote in here, there was nothing in here. But I think this, like, envelope, I didn't notice the envelope till, thank you, Jeff. I didn't notice the envelope till we were outside and I saw it was all shiny. So I'm going to leave the person's name down below in their shop. So that way, if you're looking for a card just for any occasion, I just happened to find this one for Mother's Day. They have a lot of, like, marriage ones, I think, that I've seen online. I don't know if by the same person, but they've got so many creative cards. So I'm going to leave their stuff linked down below so you guys can check it out.
Frappuccino.
Sounds good. Just those two for you?
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right, $9.72. Thank you.
They actually tell you the price here. That's
that
surprising.
Oh, that's all I gotta talk. Excuse you.
Hey guys, happy Mother's Day. So I just got the Grande Caramel Waffle Frappe, which is amazing. I'm wondering if besides the toppings, they put different things on it. Like if it's seasonal, like do they put different caramel? There's a house for sale, Jeffrey. If they put like different caramel or something, because I think this tastes so much better than just a regular caramel. And Jeffrey got a mocha because he forgot he gets the Java chip. Sorry, the window's open. There's another house for sale. And I'm sorry we noticed stuff like that now since we're moving. And I'm wondering, like, Jeffrey does not just like cold coffee. Like, this is so awesome. It's a mocha. It kind of tastes like chocolate milk, though. Chocolate milk with coffee. Hey guys, so it is Monday, and it is May 9th, and it's around 7 o'clock. I am sorry that I have not been the greatest about vlogging the past week or so. So, a lot of things have been going on. Number one, I have been trying to get caught up on my YouTube, which I know I always say that, but I just hate to keep filming vlogs and not get them up on a good time. So I'd rather not film than to keep filming and get further and further behind until I can get caught up. It always seems to happen like that. I always get caught up, and then for some reason, I'm not caught up. So, you feel me? So, first off, we have been house searching, and it has been so draining, stressful. I have been trying to use The Secret and what Joel Osteen said in his I Am book, which I've actually finished, which is a very good book. I would recommend it if you haven't read it. And by the way, sorry about my parents. I just got back from the gym, and I figured this was going to be one of the best times to talk to you, and I actually felt like talking for once. So we have been looking for houses, and it has been stressful. We just saw one last Saturday, and our realtor had called up, made an appointment. By the time we were ready to make an offer on it, she called up, and they had already sold the house. I was about to call that realtor and give him a piece of my mind because I was not having that. That is so screwed up that you would not call the... Why would you even make an appointment if you've already got an offer? Like, why? Like, you know that there's an appointment coming in. Why? Why? I just don't understand that. Anyways, so we made 3 different offers, and they all fell through. So we went to go look at one yesterday. Yesterday was Mother's Day. We went after we saw Jeffrey's parents. And I actually filmed a little bit, like, through the drive-thru of Starbucks. And we went to go see it. I really wasn't sure about it. I told her, I didn't even tell her I wanted to see it. Like, it was totally in Jeffrey's ballpark. And Jeffrey asked about it, and she was like, okay, well, you didn't ask me about that, but I'll see if we can't get you an appointment. And I really wasn't sure about it. We had seen one that we really liked the inside of. It was a flip. And, like, sorry guys, I'm just going to be so informal right now. We went to go look at one and see if we liked the area, just because there was no point in going to see the house if we didn't like the area, because it was a flip and the inside was, like, gorgeous. We didn't like the area. It was, like, near, like, a correctional facility or something like that. I'm not sure that it really was a correctional facility, but it looked like it. And not knowing what the company down the street is and having a company down the street, with like a stop sign and like only one way out, that was not going to work for me. Which, I'm sorry, I'm picky. Like, we're spending all this freaking money on a house. I'm not just going to buy something without being in love with it. Like, I'm just sorry. I'm not going to spend that much money or see potential in it. And that just was like the deal breaker. The area wasn't bad, but it just wasn't the greatest. And that kind of like broke the camel's back. So, we didn't go see it. We told her, no, don't worry about it. Because it was like one of those where they had aggressive offers on it. There were tons of bids. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to like pay overpriced for something that I really don't know about. Like, I don't know about what that business was. Like, the area was questionable. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the greatest either, So we didn't do that. We went to go look at the other one we were talking about. The one that Jeffrey wanted to see. Really wanted a 2-car garage. I got spoiled by things I saw. I saw a 4-car garage. Like, it was so deep enough that you could fit 4 cars in there, like behind each other. So you park 2 in the front and 2 in the back. Okay, I know I'm not going to get everything I want. It is our first house, but, a girl can dream. And so it was a little bit further out than I wanted it to be, or we would have liked it to be. But it was kind of like the in-between of where we work and kind of closer to our gym. So I was kind of really excited about it, like, in a sense. I don't know. Like, I wasn't necessarily like I didn't feel the same way that I felt with the other houses. But we were starting to look into foreclosures because Jeffrey showed me one. And by God, we should have got it the day that we saw it. But I didn't have the vision. There was just so much that needed to be done. And it really, really freaked me out. And then my real estate agent was telling me yesterday that sometimes you only have a certain allotted time to get all this stuff done by. And I don't know what that time limit was. I'm not sure. We didn't get far enough into it. But if there was like a allotted amount of time, that might have been a deal breaker. But it was in the perfect area. It was reasonably priced. Probably on a bidding war. Somebody probably bought it to flip it. Just saying. I would have bought it to live in it. But I was not going to go in there till a lot of stuff was fixed. Because they let their dogs crap all over the place. There were holes in the wall. The tub just had to be pulled out and put back in. We were going to move the kitchen. There was so much potential, but I couldn't see it. Until Jeffrey took me to Home Depot Saturday night when it was too late and showed me like what could happen. He tried telling me what could happen, but I'm the girl, I kind of got to see it before I can believe it. That was fine that didn't work out because it's not in God's plan. And I'm totally all about like whatever's meant to be will happen. There were so many things, by seeing the other houses, I got spoiled. I wanted a pool. There was no pool, which isn't a big deal. We can add a pool. It adds equity and everything. So we placed a bid on the house. And I found out today, story short, we placed a bid on the house. There was a lot of things that I wanted to do that I questioned Jeffrey and the realtor before we moved in to make sure that those would be not like okay to do, but were accomplishable, because I didn't want to put those thoughts in my mind if we couldn't accomplish those. If those were like really like not something you could do, like obviously you can't change the area unless you lift the house up and take it somewhere else, which I mean is possible, but we're not going to do that. So I wanted to make sure that everything that I was asking for would be accomplishable by us. So lo and behold, we got it today. I am so excited. So what happened was we placed a bid on it. I really wasn't sure we got it. I got a text from my real estate agent this morning saying the offer was accepted. I was so excited. This was the 4th house we put a offer on. Jeffrey was really excited. The funny thing about like telling Jeffrey was that I tried calling him like back to back to back because he wasn't answering and I knew he was in some kind of training, but I did not care at this point because, hello, we just got accepted. Like, we had gotten denied so many times that we finally got accepted. And I I really wasn't concerned with the last house getting declined just because of the simple fact of we were like the second offer. So I knew we had a good offer in, and I didn't feel bad in thinking that we didn't make good offers. So I was really, really excited. So I tried calling him. Well, he finally calls me. Well, he didn't really call me, but he called like the work phone, which the calls route to different, because I'm like in customer service. So the calls route to different people. I just happened to get it. He was like, can you rekey an order? Accidentally canceled it. And I was like, Jeffrey, we got the house. And he was like, oh, that's awesome, but I am like so bombarded right now. Can you please rekey it? So I was like, oh, okay. So I did that. And then he's like, I will give you a call back. I was like, all right. So he gives me a call back on lunch. I'm on the phone with my sister. My sister thinks it's hilarious because she's like pretty much that, like, I told her before him, but I really didn't because I'd already told him. I just didn't really get to talk to him about it much. But when it happened earlier, a lot of people, I was like, oh my gosh. And people are looking around, especially like my lead was looking at me like, what the heck, Krista? Because he does that when I like do crazy things like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, we got the house. And so everybody was like, congratulations. And it just made me feel so good and happy. That is a one stress reliever I have off my mind now. But I do have to get them an earnest money check. Now we're just going into different steps. And Jeffrey's trying to figure out if we could stay here a couple extra weeks, because originally the deal was we would move in with his parents for a little while. But we're only moving out. We're closing like June, the end of June. And we've been moving out the middle. So there's not really a reason to put our stuff in storage if we can just leave it here and then just move it all at once. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. I think he's going to go talk to them. So the reason that I haven't really been on here much is because I've been in kind of a funk. Last time I talked to you, I told you guys that I was going to the doctor, that there was something wrong with my scalp, that I just was in misery. So she said that I have psoriasis, which is slightly different than seborrheic dermatitis. I don't know. Eczema, it all goes together. Eczema, seborrheic dermatitis, psoriasis, they all kind of like mesh together. It's crazy. I'm not even sure what I have, because the dermatologist told me seborrheic dermatitis. No, that was a year ago. She just kind of looked at it. She didn't like do a skin test or anything. And this doctor told me I have psoriasis. So it is whatever. She said, even this doctor said they're pretty close together. So I told her, you know, I broke out when I ate that Belvita sandwich and that I didn't really know, like, what the culprit was. And she was telling me, you know, we're going to test you, allergy test you. But she was like, it looks like, you know, because she doesn't want me to get an infection by scratching my scalp so much, but it is so difficult not to scratch. And she was like, but that shouldn't really, like, cause it. And then I was like, well, should I, like, if I am allergic, do I need to stay off it? Would that help? And she's like, yeah, so really confusing. So she takes the blood test. The results come back Saturday. This is after this was last Saturday. Well, not a couple days ago, but the Saturday before. And we'd already put an offer on this other house. Or no, we went to go look at houses with my stepmother-in-law. And we were just driving around taking a look. So I get these results, and I'm like, first I get them while I'm at the gym. And I'm like, that's really freaking fast, because that was like 2 days, and I was so happy to like have answers. But then I couldn't log in because I'd forgot my username and password, so I had to come home later that night and look at it. I am allergic to wheat, apples, and shrimp. Apples and shrimp. Like, I am the most allergic to shrimp even more than I am to wheat. Like, what the heck? Like, I never put two and two together because I never thought that I was... And apples? Seriously? But the wheat thing, yeah, I could get. Because, you know, like, that made so much sense after I'm eating that sandwich and I'm having this allergic reaction. Like, what the heck? But apples? Shrimp? I love shrimp. And I know a lot of people are allergic to some shellfish and stuff like that. I get that. But really... And it doesn't mean that like my mom said, it doesn't mean that I can never have it. I just limit it. And I haven't ate shrimp in a while, and I really don't eat it all that much anymore. Now, I have limited myself on wheat, especially since this week. So the week prior to finding out that I was allergic to wheat, I had bought a lot of pasta, so I wasn't just going to throw it all away. So Jeffrey's like, well, can you eat? Just finish all the TV dinners. And I was like, yeah, because I really don't want to throw it away, and Jeffrey won't eat them. So I just finished that up, and I limited myself. If I ate wheat for lunch, I would not have it for dinner or any other time. And I noticed, like, the first day, it really helped a lot. It was difficult, I'm not going to lie, but it really helped a lot. And I noticed, like, this past weekend I ate wheat, and my scalp was just a mess. But she gave me some steroid cream, and I've been putting it on there, and it's been helping. I just really do not get why it's those 2 spots. I don't get psoriasis on any other part of my body. So I really do think that wheat has something to do with it. Then I was confused on if I was allergic to, like, gluten or wheat, but gluten is not wheat. And it's just, every time you, like, Google a wheat-free diet, it brings up, like, a gluten-free diet, which actually really makes me mad, because it's like, okay, I get that there's a lot of gluten sensitivity, but that's not what I was searching for. I was searching for wheat, and wheat and gluten aren't the exact same thing. Gluten can be put in wheat, but it's not the same exact thing, because gluten can be put in a lot of different stuff. So that was really, really, really difficult. And then finding out what I can't eat and what I can eat, God, that just, like, I was in tears that night reading all that, because it was just, it's difficult. And it's difficult to go to the store, especially since we go to Target, so it's not like a whole grocery store. So I feel like the other grocery stores would have more maybe for me. And Publix did a really wonderful job of making a gluten-free list, but that's not what I'm allergic to, so I still gotta look at the wheat and intake on that stuff. So it's just, it's difficult. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I've been doing the best that I can at it, and it's just gonna take some work. So I just kind of limit myself. I don't not eat it, but I'm also not extremely allergic to that like I am shrimp. So that was one of the many reasons. Next up, I think I remember telling you guys in quite a few videos back, like when I first started at my new job, that I did a video presentation on phone etiquette, and it went viral, like to corporate, everywhere. Well, they had a new TV that they were setting up, and they had nothing to display on it. They asked me if I could do the slides on that. That has been amazing. I've got so many compliments. It made me feel so good and just so blessed. And I really feel like I want to go to school for that, because I'm already doing it now. And what would it hurt to learn some more about what I'm already doing, like the editing and stuff like that? Plus, I do it with y'all. Like, I edit on here, and I love it. Like, I do. It's tiring looking at the screen all the time, but that's just normal. That's just part of it, and I love it. So I was really, really happy, and I feel so incredibly blessed with everything. Also, I wanted to show you guys, I got some more Loving Tan, because I wanted the exfoliator mitt, and I was almost out of mine. So I got the 2-Hour Express in the dark. They also sent me this cute card. Like, I have never received anything like this in handwriting and stuff. I just thought it was pretty awesome. And it says, the most beautiful thing a woman can wear is her confidence, or is confidence. And it just says, we hope you enjoy, gorgeous. Thank you so much for your support. We can't wait to hear what you think. Loving Tan Team. So I might do a review on this, just because I've never done a review on a tanning video, or I've never done a review on a tanning product. And I've used quite a few, and I like them. I haven't, like, dealt with their, like, customer service, but I definitely want to do a review on that soon. It's just really depending upon where I'm at. Because if I'm at my in-laws' house, there's nowhere really to do it. But if I'm here an extra month, I've got the room, and I can do it, and I can just get through it somehow. I really will love when I have my own beauty room, because then I don't have to move my lights in, move them out. And then the next step is a ring light, and Jeffrey already knows about that. He's like, another light? I was like, yeah, Jeffrey, another light. The last one. Also, I wanted to share with you guys this couple new products that I've been using. I got this yesterday. It's the Wet n Wild's Color Icon. This is in the new formula, Rosé Champagne. It is so beautiful. I have it on my cheeks now. It's just a little bit of color. Like, I don't really like a lot of pinky shades, but this one's just kind of like a really nice shade. See if I can show you guys. So you can kind of barely see it, but it's just this nice shade, and it just gives you a nice dusting. It gives some color to your skin. Not a lot, but I don't like a lot, you know? So there it is up close. Sorry, the lighting is not the best. And then also, my mom got this, and I don't even know what she got it in, but she got it. And I don't know if she bought it or just got it for free. It's a beauty amplifier. So you can put this on before your makeup or after. And I'll put some on this side of my hand so that way you can see it. So it just comes out like this, and it's pretty shiny. And you can use this, like I said, before as a primer, or you can use it, you can freshen up your look by applying over makeup throughout the day for an instant pick-me-up. And I love it. It's very glittery and dewy. Perfect for summer and spring. Especially summer, with summer coming up. I love it. And I used it yesterday. I used it underneath my makeup. I used it with my Too Faced Hangover Primer because there's not a day that I will not be using that. So mixing it with that, it just worked out amazingly. But anyways, I have been on here for about 20-something minutes. I feel like we've kind of gotten caught up here. The cool thing about this house is there's so many projects we can do in it that I'm so excited to get started. Like, we're going to get a pool. Jeffrey's going to build a deck. I am just so happy. And then the money that we're spending towards rent is going to be actually going towards something. Like, and it's probably going to be less than this place, which fingers crossed. I believe it will be, though. So I'm going to get off here, and I hope you guys have a good night.